Hi there, I'm Cherie.
I'm Chris.
Actually, I'm Saralyn.
And I'm a Radvin Ace.
And we're Pokemon trainers.
We're
also nomads at Technomadia.
Yeah, so we want to finally reveal kind of how we're using Pokemon on the road to keep ourselves entertained and walking.
Well, specifically the Pokemon Go app. It came out in, I think it was July 2016. And we downloaded it just because it was all the buzz. Yeah. And we wanted to check out and see what it was. And I am surprised, 2.5 years later, we're still playing this game.
The game is really simple, and that's actually part of the fun of it. The game mechanics are basically no more than skee-ball. You don't have to think about much at all. But you go out in the real world, and you actually go walking and explore places. And it's nice to have an excuse to, other than to push us off the couch some days of, hey, let's go for a walk. We got to go walk our Pokemon today.
So the cool thing about the Pokemon Go app is it is immersive. This is actually a map of the area that we're at, and the stops, I mean, there's not actually a stop right there, but these Pokestops and the gyms and the Pokemon that you catch, they're virtual. It's a virtual reality game, so you have to go out into the world to play the game. You can't just sit at home unless you happen to be parked right next to a Pokemon stop.
And not that we've ever planned our parking spots and campsites to be near a Pokestop so we can play at home.
No, never would do that.
But the great thing is that most of these little spots on the map tend to be points of interest of some sort, ranging from a sign in a park to a museum to a historical place. And so if we go to a map and start looking for where the cool Pokestops are and start walking towards it, we usually find cool things to see as a side effect.
So it does get us out exploring. We have found things to do. We found great restaurants to eat at. We sometimes will pick our restaurant based upon where there's stuff around so we can continue playing over dinner. Okay, yeah, we are geeks and dorks, and yeah, it's who we are.
Yes.
We used to be both gamers before we met.
Yeah. But there wasn't this concept of going outside and taking the game with you in your pocket. And there are other games like this. There's Ingress has been around even before Pokemon Go, but it's more involved, and I love Pokemon Go because you don't have to think about it. It's just an excuse to go for a walk. And
if we get to an area where there's not a lot of Poke stuff to do, it's okay. We can put the game down. We've put it down for months at a time when we're in an area that just doesn't have a lot going on, and we somehow survive just fine.
Yes.
So.
But now they've added a new mechanic to the game where you can have friends and you can actually send them postcards of the places that you've been, which we've found really reinvigorated the game for us too.
So we're not the only middle-aged dorks out here traveling and playing this game. There are a lot of us full-time travelers who identify as Pokemon trainers, and we all connected in the background.
And you've got how many friends? 38?
I've got 38.
Wow.
Now some of you joined because I know some of you are Pokemon players because you actually friended us on a recent live cast we did. But so like, do I want to out her? I don't think I'm going to out her.
Okay, but yeah, we've had some pretty cool friends.
Let's see. Who do I not? I don't want to out anybody. Okay. So I'm going to out Radvin Ace because you're on this video with me. So basically, I can see Chris's character. Now I walk with him all the time, but I can send him a gift.
Yes.
And that's basically a postcard from the location where I picked up that gift at, so the Pokestops. So he gets a little notification of where I'm at. He gets to know a little bit about where I'm at, and we've been keeping in touch with friends this way.
Yeah, you can't actually send a message, which I wish you could send at least just a few words to say hi, because it's really kind of cool, because we're getting postcards from friends around the world, and actually I've been playing
France.
And I've been playing Pokemon Go. I've got Pokemon Go friends with friends I have not talked to since college, and we're sending each other postcards from the exotic cities we're in now, which is kind of fun. I wish I knew more about what they were up to other than they went to this cool museum, but maybe someday they'll add the feature to include messages.
So it's been really fun, and then as you engage with your friends, you become friends with them, and Chris and I,
big milestone,
the other day, became best friends. It's like the highest level of friendship in the game. So.
That means we've played in so many different places and so many different gifts to each other. And yeah, so a big relationship milestone. You know, years ago we merged cell phone plans and finances and households and so many other things, and we even got this legal marriage thing. But the real mark of a true committed relationship is being Pokemon best friends.
Now, this happened also 12 years ago today. October 18th was the anniversary of our first meeting.
Well, that was our first meeting 12 years ago today. Yes. So this is the anniversary. Oh my gosh. Gotta get you flowers or something. Or I'll send you a Pokemon postcard. Yes.
But yes, after months of corresponding online, we met on a Prius forum. If you haven't followed our full story.
12 years ago.
And we discovered we had friends in common, so that kind of gave us a connection. And we weren't looking for a relationship, neither of us. You had just set off solo.
Yeah, and actually our first date was a bit gaming related because we did a dice date where we rolled the dice. I had this concept I was playing at the time of rolling the dice and letting it decide where we went next and what we did. And
we ended up illegally stealth camping on Treasure Island in downtown San Francisco.
Yeah. And then she rolled 666s, which meant she had to move in with me permanently. So
never put odds on something that you okay.
Yes.
So yeah, we pretty much knew after that first 27-hour first date, which it did involve staying overnight in his camper together and me working remotely to prove I could do it. Decided our paths were very much aligned. And here, 12 years later, we're still doing it, and Pokemon agrees.
Yes. So now at last we're best friends. We finally built up to this level, and I don't know what's next because there's no higher level in Pokemon Go.
I've quit sending you presents actually because I got to concentrate on my other friends.
Okay, well, we're gonna figure out who's gonna be our second best friends. And
I already have my second.
Oh, you got another best friend? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, there we are. Keep playing.
All right, guys. There's a little insight into our little geeky, dorky nature. And I hope you still like us.
And happy anniversary.
Yes. Look, Chris, Pokemon says we're best friends.
Wow, how did they know?
I don't know, maybe they've been tracking us.